In this video, I'm going to be going over my top 10 most fun cards to be using right now in NBA 2K23 My Team. I really like doing these top 10s to show you guys who I'm having the most fun using within my team, and I like hearing from you guys in the comment section down below your guys' top 10 most fun cards, or just cards you guys are having fun using, not necessarily who are the best cards in the game, who can score and win you the most games. Obviously that does translate to having more fun with the cards, but just cards you can load up into unlimited, know you're probably going to get your head mashed in with, but you can still have fun with, like a card like Curry or a card like a, I don't know, Earl Lloyd or James Harden, those guys that are, a lot shorter, might be getting mashed by the Bulls, the Tacos, whatever you want to say, those extremely, good cards. These are not going to be my top 10 best cards that can be the best in game and then you can have fun with. It's just going to be top 10 really fun cards to be using right now in the game, and this is my top 10. I'm sure this will look nothing like your guys' top 10, so that's why I want you guys to let me know your guys' top 10 or just most fun cards to be using right now in the game. So on my number 10 spot is actually this new free dark matter from the all-time set, the all-time spotlight set, Jack Sikma. He's a really good power forward in game, but the main thing I really like about this card is his jump shot. It's one of the faster releases in the game, so using this card in the pick and pop just feels so fun to use, kicking it out to him just shooting in people's faces, greening lightly contested threes, able to play some pretty good defense. He's not the best power forward in the game, he's not some overpowered glitchy card, but I do think he's really fun to be using right now in my team, and I want to include some sort of power forwards and centers in this top 10. Don't want it to just all be point guards and shooting guards. At the number 9 spot though, it's going to be this new Rush Dark Matter DeMar. I'm a big Raptors fan. I love DeMar DeRozan, so that's obviously why he's going to be in this top 10. There's going to be obviously a lot of bias in this top 10, and that's why I feel like it should be your guys' top 10, not just mine. It's just for everybody. Everybody's different because they have different preferences and, just bias with players they like in real life. So for DeMar, I just think he's really fun to use in game because it's DeMar DeRozan. I think he's really great at getting to the basket. He gets some pretty good dunk animations. I still absolutely love his jump shot. It's always one of my favorite jump shots every single year in my team. Yes, it's not that like T-Mac based like it used to be. Like DeMar used to be a T-Mac clone. Now he's not really like that anymore, which I actually do like a lot because he doesn't just feel like another Tracy McGrady card. But yeah, DeMar, I do think right now for me personally is the 9th most fun card in the game. At the number 8 spot, once again, I wanted to include some sort of big man in this top 10, so I got Ralph Sampson here at number 8 just because this card's so fun to use on the defensive end. Seeing this card get snatch blocks, just dominating the paint down low on defense, being 7'4" at the center position, 7'8" wingspan, and I'll stand by this. Ralph Sampson has one of the best player models in the game. Using this card, he feels like 7'5" or 7'6", like he just looks so massive in game, with his player model. And then I just really like this card's jump shot a lot. For a big man that's like a giant card, he's not really expected to have some glitchy fast jump shot, but I do think it's somewhat greenable and I don't mind his jump shot. But once again, wanted to include some centers in this top 10, and I do think Ralph Sampson is a really fun center to be using right now in the game. At the number 7 spot though, I got Dark Matter Luka. You guys can probably guess why. He's just such a fun card to use offensively because he's one of the best in the game. He's 6'7" at point guard, 6'8" wingspan. He's got one of the best, if not the best, jump shot in the game with the KPJ base and the Rudy Gay upper on very quick timing. It's so easy to green. It's super fast. You can 3-hunt with it well, and then he's also got the tray fade. He's got the Trae Young size up, the Trae escape, aim behind the back. He's got quick drops off one. He's got front clutches. I mean, if you learn how to cook, like you learn how to 3-hunt and really learn how to angle fade and all that type of stuff, Luka can be super fun to use in game, especially if you know what you're doing. But coming in at the number 6 spot, I had to put Invincible Shaq somewhere in this top 10 just because of how good he is in game. To use a Shaq card, I always love using Shaq cards in my team, but now you got a Shaq card that can play power forward. 7'1", 7'7" wingspan. We know Shaq going to be super dominant, 325 pounds, one of the best player models, but now you got a Shaq card with an elite level jump shot. The Montrezl Harrell base, the John Wall upper on very quick timing is a super fast jump shot and very easy to green with. And then he's also got pretty good dribble sigs where you can actually like create your own shot, move a Shaq with the Garland size up and the Kobe escape, aim behind the back. It's just really fun to use a card, like Shaq, who's so dominant down low. He's gonna have 99 every single stat, 55 Hall of Fame badges. He can mash, he can defend, he can rebound, he can post up, he can shoot threes, he can play make. He can do everything on the court at such a high level, and I think Invincible Shaq is one of the most fun cards to be using right now in my team. But halfway to my list here, coming in at the number 5 spot, it's going to be Chef Curry himself, Dark Matter Invincible Steph. pretty much speaks for himself. 6'3" at the point guard position. Yes, he's undersized. Yes, he's probably going to get his head mashed in every single play against a Ben Simmons or a Jokic or all these tall point guards, but he's just so fun to use, man. Shooting threes with Steph Curry in my team, even whether if it's play now, if it's earlier in the year with his Amethyst, Series 1 card, it's just so fun to use Curry cards in my team. I'm not even some like massive Curry fan. Like, I wouldn't even say Curry's like a top 10, favorite player for me in real life, but he's just so fun to use in 2K, shooting threes with this card. And the thing I like about Curry the most is he feels like Curry in real life. If you look at a card now like a T-Mac, doesn't really feel like T-Mac, right? If you look at a card like, I guess Luka, it does feel kind of like Luka, but Shaq, right now, it kind of does feel like Shaq, but it doesn't really because you're shooting threes with Shaq. The thing I like about Curry is he keeps his own jump shot. He keeps his own dribble sigs. Like, literally everything you see here is pretty much Curry sigs, Curry jump shot, the spin jumper, like everything about the Curry card is pretty much like Curry in real life, and he has all the same animations, dribble sigs, and that's what I really like about Curry is he doesn't. I like other cards too that have, like, for example, Shaq. He's got the Kobe escape, he's got the Garland size up, because he would be terrible if he had his own size up, his own escape, all that type of stuff. So that's what I do really like about Curry though, is the fact that he's got everything he normally has. It's just going to be on very quick timing, and it's just super fun to use Curry cards in my team. So I do think he's the 5th most fun card for me personally in 2K23. At the number 4 spot though, I got Earl Lloyd. Just such a fun shooting guard to use. 6'5" at shooting guard, 6'9" wingspan. So yes, he's going to be a little bit undersized, but this man just moves so well in game with the Steve Francis size up, the John Wall escape, aim behind the back. But for whatever reason, I don't know if it's because he's 6'5" and below, but he just moves so quick on the court. Like, he moves differently. If you guys have used Earl Lloyd, he's such a good card in game. Kyle Kuzma base, Rudy Gay upper on very quick timing. He's got the tray fade, he's got the quick drops off one, he's got front clutches. He's just such a fun offensive card to be using. At the number 3 spot, I got Dark Matter James Harden. Always one of my favorite cards to use in my team this year and last year. Like last year, that diamond, well, first off, his Amethyst card you got from, I think it was the glitched or flash set, one of the two. His Amethyst you got for like 5 or 6 unlimited wins, and then it was his diamond card from that, what was that set called that had like the T-Mac in there? What was that set called in 2K22? But yeah, he had that diamond card. That was a super fun card to use. Then he got his, I think it went to a Galaxy Opal. I don't think he had a pink diamond. It went to his Galaxy Opal signature series. That card was so fun to use. And then even his Dark Matter later in the year was also pretty fun. And this Enfuego James Harden, it's just another Harden card. One thing I like about him, just like Curry, is he's going to have pretty much most of his own dribble sigs, his own jump shot. I like that about Harden, and that's why I just like using the card in game. It does feel like a James Harden card. At the number 2 spot though, I got the Radiant T-Mac, and the reason why I didn't put the Invincible is because I don't have the Invincible. So for me personally, I have the Radiant T-Mac. I use him all the time, and he's just so fun to use, man. I'm so glad that I finally bought him. I didn't buy him till like 2 weeks ago, so I never really got to use him as much, but I see the hype around how fun and just how good this card is. But at the number 1 spot, you guys know I love me some LeBron James. Gonna have to be Invincible LeBron. Still one of the best cards in the game. I know he's not as crazy, overpowered, and glitchy as some people thought, but that's also something I like. Is I don't like LeBron cards like last year's Endgame. I remember I pulled his Endgame card. If you guys watch me on Twitch, I pulled his Endgame. I think it was a small forward version. It was one that had set shot 25, and he was one of the best cards in the game throughout the entire year since he dropped. But it didn't feel like LeBron. It just felt like a skin with the same old jump shot, same old dribble sigs. It didn't feel like LeBron. But this card, the thing I like about his Invincible, it still feels like somewhat of LeBron, right? Yes, he's got a different dribble sigs, he's got a different base, but it still feels like a LeBron where he bullies you down low. He's really good at slashing into the basket. He can post up, he can defend, and it just feels like a LeBron card where I feel like once he gets his end game, yeah, he's just gonna have all those crazy sigs. He's not really gonna feel like a LeBron. So in my opinion, I do think for me personally, Invincible LeBron is the most fun card to be using right now in my team. But like I said earlier, guys, let me know in the comment section down below your guys' most fun cards to be using right now in my team, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.